Hello everybody and welcome back to Be a Winner. This is the third installment where I go over EVs and movesets. Now first we're going to start with movesets. With egg moves, this is kind of a part of breeding. This is really heavily a part of breeding. I would recommend actually doing this before you start worrying about IVs and stuff. But anywho, it's part of movesets, so it's here. Let's say you want a superior with the move glare. Now, I'm going to be using Bulbapedia for explanations in this video, well, for examples in this video. If you go onto Bulbapedia and you look at its breeding movesets, if you go under the tab Bite Breeding, you can see that's where it learns Glare. And next to it, you can see a number of Pokemon that learn Glare. Ekans is found inside of Iradia Runes at level 12. It learns Glare. Dunsparce is in Oldoradia and it learns Glare at level 36, and Serperior is in Laguna Lake as the egg that the lady gives you, and when you hatch it and then get it to level 19, it will know Glare as well. In this case, I'm just going to be using Ekans as the example here. If we have a male Ekans with the move Glare and we breed that with a female Serperior, a Snivy offspring will come out with the move Glare. Now if you put the Snivy into the daycare with another Snivy, the Snivies that come afterwards will also have Glare. So you won't lose the egg move unless your Pokemon reaches a high level of the daycare and you take it out. Then it will lose the egg move because other moves will have replaced it. So that's why don't replace a Pokemon with an egg move unless you know 100% you want to, with like a better IV Pokemon or something. That's just a side tangent. Anyways, next are tutor moves. First tutor I want to go over is inside of Port Deca. He has the moves Heat Wave, Giga Drain, Knockoff, Stealth Rocks, Iron Head, Drain Punch, Ice Punch, Foul Play, and Drill Run. You pay for this move tutor with yellow shards, which are found inside of the Laguna Trenches while mining. And the second one is inside of Mao City with the moves Tailwind, Heal Bell, Liquidation, Draco Meteor, Earth Power, Drill Run again, which should get changed soon. Secret Power, Nature Power, Thunder Punch, Icy Wind, and Super Power. For this guy, you pay green shards, which are also found inside the Laguna Trenches. Some TMs. Power Up Punch is on Route 1, Grass Knot is in Gale Forest, Sunny Days on Route 2, Smackdowns on Route 3, Trick Rooms in Sylvan City, Flame Charge in Mount Igneous, Dragon Tail on Route 7, Brick Break and Infestation are inside of Laguna Lake, Struggle Bug is in Route 8, Will-O-Wisp in Fortilos Manor, Rock Polish in Krigonos Mines, Aurora Veil in Krigonos Sanctuary, Sludge Bomb in Anthean Sewers, Sandstorm on Route 11, Steel Wind on Route 12, Toxic on Route 13, Dazzling Gleam on Route 13, Rock Tomb in Route 14, Hail and Water Spout on Route 15, Water Spout replaced Waterfall, Hidden Power in Frostville City, Frost Breath in Freezing Fissure, Giga Impact in Cosmos Valley, Facade and Flash Cannon in Port Deca, incredibly good moves, Excision on Lost Island, Thunder in the Votridia Cavern, Blizzard in the Frigidia Cavern, Fire Blast in the Obsidia Cavern, Fling, Snarl, and Echoed Voice are all inside of the Safari Zone, Dream Eaters on Route 17, Thief and Torment are both in Crescent Town, Incinerate, Swagger, and Sleep Talk are all inside of the Eclipse Base, Poison Jab on Route 18, and Payback is on the Aboril Outpost. And then you get some TMs from gym leaders. You get Charge Beam from the Sylvan, Overheat from Brimber, Scald from Rose Cove, Aerial Waves from Antheon, Bulldoze from Aradia, Solar Beam from Fluoma, and Dark Pulse from Frostvale. And then you get some from the BP shop. I'm not going to name them all. You can just read it on screen. They're 2 BP each. They're all in the same location, so I don't really have to name all of them. Some good ones are in here, like Thunderbolt, Flamethrower. You can get coverage. What you want to make sure you have with movesets is you want to have... what I usually go for is I have the stab moves of a Pokemon or stab move of a Pokemon, and then I have a move, sometimes maybe a setup move, sometimes multiple setup moves. There are exceptions. However, if I run a full offensive moveset, what I run is usually the stab moves of the Pokemon and 2 moves that cover weaknesses of the Pokemon or types that the Pokemon cannot hit for super effective. Next are some TMs in the arcade. Psychic is for 4,000 tickets, Dragonclaw for 3,000, Venoshock and Substitute are both 2,000 each. Now let's get on to EVs. This is the fun part. Again, using Bulbapedia here, you can see, if you go onto there, that there is this EV yield section. What this means is this is the amount of EVs you will get in what stat when you knock one of these Pokemon out. So when you knock out a Crocodile, you will get 3 attack EVs. If you knock out a Heliolisk, you'll get a special attack and a speed EV. And if you knock out Venusaur, you will get a special attack and special defense EV. Here it's just, reiterating the point to make it a little more legible. Power items are back. Power items add 4 EVs of whatever stat to whatever KO. So if we take HP for example, every single time you knock out a Pokemon, the Pokemon holding the power weight will gain 4 EVs in HP as well. So let's take Magikarp for example. What you would want to run normally is max attack, max speed, and 6 EVs in special defense. So the Power Bracer is attack and the Power Anklet is speed. If we look at it as an example with Crocodile here, without any power items, Magikarp will gain 3 attack EVs per Crocodile killed. With a Power Bracer, he will gain 7 attack EVs per Crocodile killed, because that's the 3 attack EVs from the Crocodile plus the 4 EVs from the Power Bracer. And if he's holding the Power Anklet, he will gain 3 attack EVs and 4 speed EVs per Crocodile killed. This is all up to personal preference. What I usually like to do is if I'm EV training inside of an area, I like to give, and I'm doing like 2 stats that have to get maxed, like in this case max speed, max attack. I would go train EVs for attack instead of the attack EV hotspot. I'll get to that in a second. While it's holding an anklet, that means it will reach the speed EV cap before the attack EV cap. Then I swap the power item to the bracer so that I could just finish off that attack EV. I prefer that way. Some people just prefer to like steamroll stats individually, which it's also completely valid. So that would be like the middle case in this case. Some EV hotspots. HP is on Route 14. Makuhita gives 1 HP EV. Loudred gives 2, and the Clefairy also gives 2. That's for HP. Anything else you find in there will not give HP, like Jangmo for example gives defense, or Nosepass gives defense. Noibat gives speed, but if you want HP, Makuhita, Clefairy, and Loudred on Route 14. Attacks on Route 11, there's a trainer, an all-star trainer, a rising star trainer. He has a gray hoodie. Or if you have bad internet like me and you can't afford to just rejoin with RTD every single time, you could just go into the sand as well. Trapinch gives 1 attack EV. Crocroc gives 2 attack EVs. It works just fine in my opinion. Defense Gorgonos Cliffs, there's a Hiker, which uses a Geodude, Graveler, and Golem. That's 5 defense EVs per battle. It's incredibly good. This one I do just use the trainer as well, because there's no reason not to. You get 5 EVs per thing. That's a lot. Special attack, instead of Igneous Depths, you can kill everything besides Torkoal there, I'm pretty sure, gives special attack. So Magmar, Numo, oh no, I was about to say Torkoal. Oopsie. Magmar, Numo, Slugma, yeah, Slugma. That's the last one. They all give special attack. You can even kill the Heatran. I'm pretty sure that gives special attack as well. Special defense is on Route 10 instead of the Flower Patch. Spoink gives special defense. Comfey gives special defense. It's decent. You could just give it a power band. It's pretty okay. Speed's on Route 9. There's this youngster who uses a Pichu, Linoone, and Grovyle or something like that, and it gives 5 speed EVs. Yeah, 5 speed EVs per battle. It's decent. However, I don't like fighting this train. If you're fighting it, make sure you use a special attacker, because this Pichu has static, which can be annoying. The XP share helps with bulk EV training. You will get the XP share for free if you just join the Distortion group. It's called Distortion is back. So if we use the examples from the previous video here, and we're going to just pretend like all of them have just max EV spreads, even though in some cases like Gliscor, you might want to invest a little bit more instead of like speed or something. But in this case, we're just gonna go with max stats. So in this case, the Gyarados, Gliscor, and Rhyperior are gonna be training all those in max attack. And so all of them, I can train all of them together while they're all holding power bracers. And when I have the XP share, all of them will get EVs as they go along, the same amount. Same thing can be done with the HP, with the power weights. Same thing can be done with the power lenses, the anklets, the bands, the belts. In this case, there's no belt. I could probably make Rhyperior a belt, but anyway, you could just to showcase that you can train multiple Pokemon at once. Next, I want to go over some specific EV spreads, and I want to use an example I have here. This is an anti-Mega Venusaur Girafarig I have. And as you can see there at the top, I'm using the Pokemon Showdown calculator. I have the link to it in the final slide, so I'll get to it. As you can see, a 0 attack Choice Band Girafarig with Psychic Fangs versus a 0 HP and 0 defense Mega Venusaur does around 63.7 to 75.7%, which is a guaranteed 2-hit KO, but I want to have just enough attack to be able to one-shot it, while also so that I know if I put max attack, I'm definitely one-shotting it, right? But I want to put some EVs into bulk so that I can live longer. Because if I can kill Venusaur, that's what this thing is made for, then it's done. It's done its purpose. Everything else is just living. So if we go to the next slide here, you can see that a 0 attack Choice Band Girafarig Psychic Fangs versus 252 HP, 0 defense Venusaur Mega does around 52.7% to 62.6%. Most Venusaurs run max HP and then max either special attack or special defense. Not a lot of Venusaurs run defense investment, so we don't really worry too much about that. It's still a guarantee to a KO, but again, now we tack Sap Sipper onto it. That's its ability here, because ideally I would want to switch it into a grass move like Leech Seed or Giga Drain, so that it actually activates Sap Sipper and gets +1 attack. So +1 attack, Choice Band Girafarig with Psychic Fangs versus 252 0 defense Mega Venusaur does around 79.1% to 92.8%. This is a 56% chance to OHKO. However, it's not a 100. It's not guaranteed, and a Sludge Bomb could be the end of us, right? So afterwards, then I can start adding EVs slowly into the calculator, and I can see that +1 with 216 attack with a Choice Band using Psychic Fangs versus a max HP Mega Venusaur does 100.5 to 118.6%, which is a guaranteed OHKO, and the rest of the EVs that I have can be put straight into bulk. So I would have like max speed here and 216 attack. I could put, I think, 56 EVs into HP, for example. Here's some helpful websites: Bulbapedia, Cerebi, Pokemon Database, Pokemon Performance Wiki, Smogon, Distortion server, join it please, 30,000 members, Maryland, Showdown, and in this video I'm also adding the Showdown calculator to it, because it's helpful for if you want to have specific EV spreads.